If you love watches as much as I do, then you too understand that it is really important to experience watches in person as opposed to simply judging them based on pictures and videos you see online. A few months ago, the owner of a new California-based company by the name of Camp Watch reached out to me about reviewing his new model called the Field Timer. He told me all about it and a little bit about himself. However, when I saw the design and the asking price of $1,099, I immediately rejected the idea of featuring this on my channel as the watch seemed very simple for the asking price. However, after sleeping on it for a few days, I agreed to checking out the watch as I like to support local businesses. So stick around to find out if this watch is worth the asking price. The Field Timer is a Gata field style watch that appears conventional at first, but actually surprises you with unexpected details. The design of the watch pays homage to elegant mid-century watches from Doxa, Longines, Omega, and others that were often referred to as Calatravas. Let's get into the specs of this watch. The entire case is constructed of 316L stainless steel. The watch has a water resistance of 100 meters and features a signed, easy to grip and engage with crown. The case measures in at 39 millimeters, it's 47.2 millimeters from lug to lug, and it's only 10 millimeters thick, and yes, that's including the box AR sapphire crystal that, by the way, has AR applied on the inside. In between the lugs it measures 20 millimeters, so straps should not be an issue with this one. The watch head alone weighs in at 49 grams, so it's super light on the wrist. The case looks conservative at first, but the lower sides are cut away and polished to float on your wrist. The side profile with the illusion of a navette shape was inspired by the Seiko Speed Timer 6139-7020. One cool feature is that those angles actually hide the exposed lug holes from most views. I'm personally a huge fan of drill lugs, so the execution of this design is done very well. The case has a mixture of polishing and brushing that truly matches the price point and is very well machined. The dial color we're reviewing today is called Florida Green, and although not my favorite, it is very unique. By the way, the watch company does offer different dial colors, and they all look pretty unique. Continuing with the levitating theme, some unusual typography appears to float above the dial. The way this was achieved was by actually using 15 layers of Swiss bird-like enameling lacquer that was oven cured and hand polished in between each layer. The only other watch in the microbrand space that I could think of that resembles this floating effect is the Field watch from Studio Underdog. I'm a fan of the sector dial and the balance from the logo, indices, and minimal writing at the 6 o'clock. The minimalistic style hands are easy to read, and I like the brush finish. Overall, the dial is well executed and truly shows that the company invested a good amount of resources to get it right. The company also spared no expense when it comes to the lume. They're using plenty of Swiss Superluminova that's been applied on the hands and numerals, and in low light conditions, visibility is not an issue. When flipping the watch over, we find a sapphire exhibition case back, and the company used a pretty cool typeface called Aeronavis to give us some information about the watch. The caliber being used is a Sellita SW210-1B that's a manually wound caliber. In my opinion, this caliber is very fitting for this watch. Not only does it help with the slimness of the case, but it fits with the vintage aesthetic. Not to mention that winding the watch every other day means that you have a more personal connection with it. The caliber can be hacked and beats at 28,800 beats per hour, has an accuracy of plus minus 12 seconds per day, and an approximate power reserve of 45 hours. Kudos to the company for signing the train wheel bridge with the Camp logo. One aspect that I think is super cool is that the watch comes with 3 different straps. On my 6 and 7/8 inch wrist, the watch wears crazy good on all of them. All the straps do feature a quick release system, and 2 out of the 3 straps feature a super solid stainless steel buckle that has the company logo engraved on it. The straps included are this Cordura nylon strap that's not my favorite, but it's pretty versatile and water resistant. Next up is a bracelet that I've personally never experienced before. A steel bond clip bracelet that can fit any wrist as you can easily size it on the fly. And lastly, my personal favorite, a full grain Italian leather strap that feels very well constructed and elevate this watch to another level. Although I appreciate the 3 straps, I would have preferred the company provide one solid stainless steel bracelet to make the watch feel more premium. Let's finish up with this. Camp Watch has some stiff competition from quite a few brands in the $1,000 range, from the likes of Yema, Studio Underdog, Meistersinger, Vero, Shinola, and others. So standing out will not be an easy task, but I'm confident they can do it. So let's answer my original question. Is this watch worth the asking price of $1,099? In my opinion, the watch should be in the $750 to $850 range. However, if this watch came on a really nice bracelet, then yes, it would be worth the asking price. The watch is super well constructed, and you really need to see it in person to admire the details, from the case design to that super cool layered dial. I think the company is on the right track and has the potential to become a recognized watch brand. I also appreciate the packaging, as most companies overlook that part of the design. As previously mentioned, pictures and videos don't do this watch justice. I hope through my videography I was able to highlight some of the beautiful design elements of this piece. Please let me know what you guys think of this watch. Are you picking one up? Until next time, thank you for the support. Be safe out there and stay humble.